Welcome back, guys. In this video we're going to start attaching our clothes to our character's rig. So if you go to select the rig and go to pose mode, if you move around any of the splines, you're going to see that the character's clothes does not move with the character, and we want the clothes to move with the character. So to do this the correct way, what we need to do in pose mode is press A to select the entire rig, hit H to hide it. Now we're going to hold down shift and we're going to select this icon here on the right, layer 28. Now that's going to expose the weighted bones like we saw earlier. Now let's go to object mode. What we first want to do is called the object data transfer. So with that, you select the shirt first, or the clothes that you want to attach to the rig, and shift select the rig. Now press Ctrl P, and we're going to parent this with empty groups. With that being done, we're going to now select the character, and then we're going to shift select the shirt. Now we can go to the top left corner where it says object mode. We're going to go into weight mode, or weight paint mode. And then we're going to go up to where it says weights, and then we're going to go to transfer weights. And you're going to see this pop up at the bottom left. We need to change this active layers to by name. Now what that's going to do is transfer the weights over from the character to the shirt. Now if we select our rig and we go to pose mode, and we can press A to select all these weighted bones, and we can hold shift and reselect layer 28. And now we can press Alt H to unhide our original rig. Now if you notice, if we move the rig around now, the shirt is now attached. And we're going to do the same method for the rest of the items that need to be attached to the character's rig. So without further ado, let's get into it. Press A to select all the bones. Hit H to hide them all. Hold down shift and select layer 28. Leave pose mode and go to object mode. And let's select our first item we want to attach again, so the shorts or pants. Shift select the character's rig. Now we're going to press Ctrl P to parent this, and we want to parent with empty groups. Now select the character's mesh and shift select the pants or shorts. And then we can go over to object mode and enter weight paint. Go to weights, go down to transfer weights, and ensure this is set to by name and not layer. Now we can go back to object mode, and that's done. Now we can choose our next item. So what we want to choose, we could choose either the gloves, the belt, or the band. It's up to you. I'll just choose the gloves for the sake of convenience, and then I'll shift select the character's rig, Ctrl P. Now where do we go? That's right, empty groups. Now select the character's mesh, shift select the glove, and let's go to weight paint mode. Go to weights, transfer weights. And it's already done, but just to double check, I always reselect by name, and that's done. And rinse and repeat, guys. Just keep doing this till it gets super familiar. Select our belt or our band, up to you. Shift select the character's rig, Control P, parent to empty groups. Select the character, shift select the object, go from object mode to weight paint mode. Go to weights, go down to transfer weights, and ensure by name. And we're done with this. Rinse and repeat. And I'm just going to let you guys do this one. Telling you, a lot of the stuff we do throughout the course is repetition. You gotta get used to it. I know it may seem a little annoying, me repeating it so many times, but I want to make sure that everyone understands it and no one gets lost. And those are good. We don't want to weight paint the eyes or the glasses. We're going to attach those differently because those are more like accessories. So let's go back to from object mode to pose mode. And what I want to do is hit A to select all bones, hold down shift and reselect layer 28. So we can hide the weighted bones, and then we're going to press Alt H to unhide our character's rig. Now if we move around the rig Everything follows as it should. There's no discrepancies. Now we just need to attach the eyes and the glasses. And we're going to do a different method for that. So let's go to object mode. And something I want to do really quick before we attach our glasses to the character is kind of smooth it out. Because if we select our glasses and kind of zoom in, you'll see that we still have that sharp corners around the edges, which are called facets. So what I want to do is select the glasses, and we can go to the modifiers tab, and let's add a bevel to this. And we can just change the sub count to maybe 3. And we can play with the amount. And this looks good somewhere around here. So let's hit the drop down and apply this. Yeah, we go to 3. I'm gonna do the same for the other side. So let's go to shade smooth. And let's go to bevel. Add a couple subdivision segments to this. And once we're satisfied, we can just hit the drop down and apply this. Now let's shift select both of these parts of the glasses. We can press Ctrl J to combine them to one entire mesh. Now we can start to attach this to the character. So what I'm going to do is first select our glasses, and we can shift select our rig. And let's go to pose mode, press A to select all the bones, hit H to hide it, hold down shift, and in the object data properties we can hold and click layer 28 to expose the weighted bones. Now back in object mode, what we want to do is first select our glasses, hold shift, select our rig, go from object to pose mode, and we can select any of these bones. We can just click it, and we want this to be parented to the head, so we're going to select the head bone, and then we're going to press Ctrl P, and then we're going to parent this to the bone. Now you're going to notice that if we press A to select all, hold shift and select layer 28, and hit Alt H so we can see our rig again. If we select our rig and move the head around, the glasses now move with this rig. And this is what we want. And we're going to follow this same exact method for the eyes. So let's go back to object mode. And we can also change the materials up. If you guys aren't happy with the materials, you can just select the eyes maybe. Go to material properties and change the color to something that looks a little bit more suitable in your opinion. I don't want everyone to just copy every single thing I do. Make it a color. You can do the same thing with the glasses. If you don't like the red color, just dial it up to green, blue, orange. It doesn't really matter. Once you're satisfied, now we can start attaching the eyeballs to the rig. So let's select our eyeballs. Let's go to the modifiers tab and let's get rid of this subdivision because it's not really doing anything right now. So we can just hit this X, and if need be, we're going to have to apply this mirror modifier. Now what we can do is, with our eyes selected, we can shift select our rig, go from object mode to pose mode, press A to select the entire rig, hit H to hide it, hold shift, and object data properties we want to select layer 28, and then go back to object mode, select our eyes. Let's hit F2 to rename this to eyes. And once that's done, we can, hold shift and select our rig, go back into pose mode, select the bone we want to parent it to, and then we're going to press Ctrl P, and that's the hotkey to parent, and we want to parent it to the bone. Now we can deselect, press A to select all, hold shift and select layer 28. Now we can Alt H to expose our rig once again. Now our eyeballs are now attached to our rig properly. And you can even test it out if need be. If you don't, if you want to see if everything moves correctly, everything is attached.